Welcome back, nerds. I'm just kidding. I love you. Welcome back. So let's take care of my house. It's our last clean before Christmas. It's not a crazy whole house clean because look at how clean my house is. You guys have to be like, hey, Beth, look how clean your house is. And I'll be like, thanks. I'm really excited about it. There aren't that many dishes to be done. The main counter has a lot of clutter, but it's like quickly removed clutter. But my laundry room, oh my goodness, my laundry room has been so bad. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Beth and I'm amazing. And so are you. Everybody here is amazing. You'll love it. But my laundry room is like the linchpin of all my life. And I've let it get like this. And so it's been eating away at me. I know it's bad. It just is so terrible. Even like with the what are those vacuums? My vacuums are crossing like as a way to signify don't enter here. Don't cross past here. Or monsters lie beyond these parts. You know, and I was like, okay, I have to get that taken care of. And I have an issue with my litter box that we have to discuss in a little bit, but Christmas is coming and I don't want to disclose that I know I have a guest visitor coming because sometimes my kids watch these, but hopefully she doesn't and I don't spoil her surprise. But yeah, I need it to be ready for things and events and fun and joy. And no, I haven't wrapped my Christmas presents. Why would you bring that up at a time like this? That's incredibly rude. But I did want to show you that I have been nesting in my little zone. So there's some nesting that happened right there. And first things first, let's put on a very Christmassy apron so that we could feel so Christmassy and get these very minimal dishes done. My husband, I think, has been staying on top of dishes. He's had a bunch of days off. And so as I scoot out the door to go do all of the errands, I'm like, and do a lot of dishes. And then I bounce. And it's been pretty phenomenal, to be honest. And you can see, look, there are some dishes. We have just rinsed and put it into the dishwasher as we go. I clean as I go. So look at me. I am thriving. This is clearly how you run a household, and I'm the best at it. What? Oh, and then also, so I did a few other things and I unloaded that dish rack, and it turns out my SD card was full. And so it stopped recording. And luckily, the camera I use right now, it beeps and shuts off if it hasn't recorded in long enough. And so I heard it shut off and I was like, what the heck? And then it told me it was full. So that was anticlimactic. But I do need to figure out how to use the external hard drive so I can shift everything over. But also a lot of me is like, in what scenario do I need to re-access the raw footage of a YouTube video that I already uploaded and stopped caring about? Like, it's not like I'm doing documentaries or anything like that where it's like really intense and like YouTube could like copyright strike or something like that. And I have to come back and prove, it's me cleaning my house and yammering at you guys. It's not that important that I really desperately need to hold on for like humanity to investigate centuries down the road where they're like, and today let's do a deep dive on Feral Tradwife's YouTube channel and discuss why zombies were like not a thing back then, but now they are and they eat our brains. I don't know what they would use it for, but they could use it for something. I don't know. And it wouldn't be Christmas without me bringing up zombies. Like, it's the season, right? It's also really hot here, so our zombies would be super functional and not frozen. I would go up north. I know we said New Zealand, you guys, but like we kind of need somewhere that freezes. Does New Zealand get snow? Does it freeze? I'm not going to Google that right now. I'm very busy and very important. So yeah, I am feeling pretty great, pretty excited to be done. Vlogmas was like a flop for me. That was really not something I enjoyed or was very good at. And I don't know that I'll do it again next year. It was really hard. Some other people like super crushed it. I think Jamie Chaotic did an amazing job. I loved her decluttering series and it was phenomenal. I don't think it's for me. I think I'm a 2 times a week girl and You cannot convince me otherwise. I was searching for the brush that I bought to clean out cups. All right, so with the seasons coming to their what pinnacle? No, that's crazy. I don't know. Crescendo with it coming to a head? That seems aggressive. Like like a conflict? No. Anyways, it's almost here and I am really excited about it. So yes, I do have to wrap our presents still. And tomorrow what I think we're going to do, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and maybe yesterday's Christmas Eve. It depends on when you watch this. But tomorrow for us is Christmas Eve. And for Christmas Eve dinner, what we tend to do is have like a couch picnic and we just have like little snacks and more candy than is reasonable. And we just lay everything out and we watch a Christmas movie. And it's always something that we've already watched, unless I can like super negotiate them. But I think what we're landing on is Home Alone, which I'm really excited about. I love that one. And we might sprinkle in a little bit of a Charlie Brown Christmas because that is another one that my kids love so much. We really like Charlie Brown movies for the holiday. Also, shout out to Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Super amazing, super accurate when they talk about the pilgrims. And so that's what we're going to do. And we have matching pajamas. And then the kids go to bed. And then it's my favorite part of the year. It's my absolute favorite. The Christmas Eve when the kids are in bed and it's just Mark and I love it so much. And luckily, we're not. I mean, luckily for him, it never mattered to me, but we don't have a lot of like assembling to do when they're in bed. Like, there's no toy house that has 50,000 parts that you have to put together. There's nothing that needs to be really assembled. And I used to love watching him hate that. Like, he would be doing it. He's like, why are there so many parts? I'm like, I don't know, sounds crazy. And I would be enjoying my wine and wrapping a few last things and watching him just struggle bus. And we put on A Christmas Story and we watched that basically on a continual loop from Christmas Eve evening to the end of Christmas Day. We just watch it on repeat because I love it so freaking much. It just makes me so happy. All right, things that make me unhappy, this freaking laundry room. So one part is the OxyClean container and the I know what those are called. I just set them down and you put them dryer sheets. Thank you. The dryer sheets, they have been rattling so much. And I think it's because on that tray across the washer dryer, it's uneven. And then when the washer or the dryer shakes, it jiggles everything. And it's such a loud rattle. I think my husband came in and took off the lids of everything because he just couldn't handle it anymore. So I'm trying to address that. There's a lot of OxyClean freaking everywhere. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the lack of snow in Georgia and my kids decided to recreate the feeling in the laundry room. I don't know if the cats got into it and were like trying to dig through it like kitty litter. I don't know what happened, but it's everywhere. It's not just on top where you saw all of that. It was also all over the floor already. That's why I picked up the rugs because I needed to like get them up. And that was a while ago. And then I forgot what I was doing. But it's everywhere and it's all on the bottom of my feet. Gross. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to hop in the shower. So I'm trying to move it to where maybe the tray would be a little bit more stable and not, jingle jangle as much. And then I gave up. I had to put it away. I put it in the closet of doom, which still looks really good. It feels like the correct place to put it is in the closet of doom. And once the boxes and bins for the Christmas ornaments and stuff like that come out, I'll have a better place to put it. Okay, so no tray. This looks really cute, I think. You don't get that great of a close-up right here, but it is super cute. And I don't know, why didn't I move that little, what is that, my mop handle? I don't even move the mop handle yet. I'm like, let's just keep stepping over the visual crossing of the ground. I don't know what it had about it. But when something felt like that, and several things did, and it crossed, it felt very aggressive, like a whole wall was thrown up. It felt like I should not cross those things. And I just avoided my laundry room. It was really bad. But I'm finally going to move the rest of this dog food from the white tub, and then maybe I'll be done with the white tub for a little bit. But Sweet Potato was very excited that something was happening. She wanted to be a very big part of it. I did spill a ton of it, but really didn't care very much, to be honest. I'm excited that I got this part done. What I was really excited about doing this whole house clean is that it looked so easy. In my brain, usually my home is so cluttered and so bad, and I've let it go for way too long, and I obsess about it, and just the mental weight of it crushes me and paralyzes me into the couch where I can't get up. I know I should. I see everything that has to be done, and my body physically won't get up and do it. But this time I'm looking around thinking, oh my God, this will take no time at all. I will be able to get this done. Look at how few dishes there are. I'll be able to knock those dishes out. Look at how there's not so much stuff on the islands. My couch, I had done several loads of laundry the day before. Like, I just felt really optimistic about how quickly I would be able to get this done. And that's a new experience for me. I usually don't have that mindset heading in. I can be motivated going into it, and I can feel happy about things going into it, but I rarely feel like this is not overwhelming. This is something for me to do. And I'm really excited about that. Um, I don't know. Was that like a decent transition to talk about next year? Maybe. I don't know. You'll see me before the end of the year, but I just I never write out a script, and that just feels natural, so let's just move on. Oh, okay. Pause. You're going to see me pick up and then put back down, and pick up and then move away, and I was having a hard time in this room deciding what I needed to do next. It was really gross, and there were a lot of bleh. So I couldn't really stay focused very well. And I realized that I want to clean out this litter box. Now, let's talk about the litter box really quickly. So remember, if you're not new, if you're new, you don't remember, and that's fine. But remember, I was talking about how the cats have been acting weird about the litter box, and then they peed on some of the clothes in my laundry room. And some of you guys said, oh, get a stainless steel litter box, not a plastic one, because the plastic can hold the smell, and cats don't like to go in a dirty litter box. And I was like, okay. All right. So twice I have cleaned out this litter box, and there's urine underneath it. Now, I am not so crazy to think that maybe I accidentally got porous stainless steel and it was just seeping through. But do you think, is the litter box itself too small, too short or something? And they're just like trying to pee, but peeing over the rim? Or like, what do you guys think it is? I am baffled. And I hate that they're missing the litter box. I mean, there's also pee in the litter box. They're able to go in the box itself, but like also, I don't know. What do you guys think? My only guess is that it's too small, like too short. But let me know if you guys think I accidentally bought a porous one instead. So yeah, now we have to vacuum out. There's an okay amount of kitty litter that kicked out, and I don't know. I want to wipe it off and sanitize it. I just don't want my cats to be upset about the litter box. And I was trying to address that. On its own, this little enclosure is hands down my favorite thing in the universe. It's so amazing. It's huge, but it is amazing. And I love that Leroy can't get in and root around in the litter box. Okay, so what we were talking about is like talking about maybe not looking forward, but let's look back a little bit. So I'll probably talk about it 3 more times because I love to repeat myself. But I was looking back. I made a vision board last January, late December, early January, I made a vision board of my goals. And one of the goals was to get 10,000 subs on YouTube. And I did that. One was to like make my house more homey and put things on the walls. And I definitely did that in my room. There was a fitness weight loss one that I did not accomplish. In fact, I went aggressively in the opposite direction. And that should be my main focus next year. My main focus for next year is going to have to be my health arc. On the 31st of December, I'm finally into a cardiologist. So, okay, I've been having weird heart issues for a while. And I went to the emergency room and they were like, you need to follow up with cardiology. But I am also a 100% disabled veteran. And so the VA pays for my health care. And so I said, okay. And so I followed up with the VA. I went to my doctor. They were running some tests and they said they would refer me to cardiology. I feel like that was like what, late summer? I can't be that wrong, right? It was a while ago. We also followed up with a couple other things. Like I asked to go to dermatology because when you're in, you're just like, could you refer me to 11 different specialists? I asked to go to dermatology and what's the guts one? The gut doctor, the one who wants to talk to me about my stomach. Endocrinology, yes, and cardiology. So I've been to the endocrinologist. I've been to the dermatologist, no skin cancer, yay. And I was following up about cardiology because it had been so long. I was like, what about cardio? And they checked and they're like, we've never sent out a referral. I was like, no, I have been to the doctor numerous times about this specific problem. Like it is known. We have talked about it. You guys sent me beta blockers in the mail. Like come on. And so they were like, yeah, we'll call you back. They haven't called me back. And so I went through my private insurance. Luckily, because I went to the ER and they said you should follow up with cardiology, I was able to tap into that specific healthcare system and use that ER visit as the referral to get into cardio. So I will be in there the 31st of December. My deep hope is that the cardiologist just says, that's what happens when you neglect your fitness for so long. And like, you're not having heart problems, you're out of shape. That would be amazing. I would love that. That is ideal. The other thing he could say, because I do have a familial history of really just terrible hearts, and he could say, no, you got crap heart just like the rest of your family. And that would be sad. But we would move forward and I don't know. We'll see what he says. Hopefully he'll just say it's all in your head. Maybe it's anxiety. Or like maybe he'll be like, maybe your uterus detached and is wandering around your body giving you ill humors. And then I will just get like laudanum and required to go sit at the sea for, I don't know, what, 2 weeks to take in the air. And that will refresh me. I miss olden days diagnosis. Like I want a doctor to just be like, oh, she seems to be high strung. And then I have to go on vacation, like clinically have to go on vacation. That's what I want. So on the 31st, I want the doctor to be like, clinically speaking, you need to go on vacay. And it would be amazing. Not that I'm living this crazy hard life. I just want a doctor to say it. I feel like that would feel really good. So next year, my main focus will have to be my health. So we're going to have to work on stamina. We're going to have to lower this BMI of mine and really focus on that. I am also going to highly focus on YouTube because it is so much fun. It's so much fun, you guys. And I thought I would be bored by now. I thought it would be like this fun little thing that I thought was interesting and then would like wander off after a while. And I'm not yet. I haven't wandered off yet. I'm so excited. Also, I have a really large road trip that I am planning. I need to go visit family back west. I will take any opportunity to make a large excuse for driving all the way across the country. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to try to meet up with Millennial Meg. That is something I really want to do because she says that she's the same height as me, and I think she's a liar. I think she's like almost 6 feet tall, and she says she's 5'3", and I don't believe her. And so I just want to see her in real life and be like, you are a liar, liar. And that would feel really good to me. And then I also want to see my brother-in-law. Maybe Mark will be able to take a little bit of time off and join me for part of a journey. And then I would like drop him off at a random airport and be like, be gone with you. So that could be really fun. And then go visit family back west. It could be incredibly fun. And I'll take you guys with me. And we shall see. I'll also like preload some regular content of me cleaning so that for those of you who in general just want to hate watch me clean my house, I don't want you to feel left out. I want you to see my disgusting house and me clean it. So if I have some of those backlogged for you guys, I think we'll all really enjoy this whole late spring trip situation. I also feel like I want to meet so many of you guys, but I don't know how to facilitate that. Like, I can't be like, hey, I'll be in your general state. Now you come to me. But I want us, what if we did like a retreat? No, that's crazy. I understand that's crazy. And that I have to be like such a much bigger YouTuber. But what I hate about that is when you're a much bigger YouTuber, we're going to like have a little bit less of this really close and cuddly community, I think I'm worried about. Look at me, watch, gave up. I'm not the kind of person who's going to wrap her cord on her stupid vacuum. That's stupid. So I don't know, like I want to do a retreat where some of us are able to go. It'll be like in somewhere crazy like Nebraska because that's the middle of the country and I feel like that's easy to get to. It'll be at the Nebraskan airport. I don't think they have more than one. So it'll be at the Nebraskan airports. If you live in Nebraska, you will be required to fly to like Seattle and back in just so that you're equally travel worn and sad. And then I just want to see you guys. It would be so much fun. I know I'm daydreaming here, but wouldn't that be fun? Although if I flew, nobody would be able to meet Leroy because I am going to bring my pets with me on the road trip. And I know that seems insane, but Sammy's emotional support animal is hot sauce, and I just can't leave them apart for that long. And then then I was like, well, I also bring the dogs. So I can't just leave the two cats. So I might could bring 2 dogs and 3 cats in my RV with me across the country. It seems insane. I feel like it's insane. But who knows? 2025 might be the year of insanity. To be honest, all of my years are years of insanity. It makes me happy. Okay, so I have just been yapping, but I finished the laundry room and then I moved to the kitchen stuff and it was so annoying for me to, oh wait, hold on. I don't know if you saw it. You did. It was so annoying for me to walk over and try to navigate all of those boxes and dog food and all of that stuff that I stopped the kitchen work and cleared that space for me so I can move things back and forth into the pantry. And my son took out the cardboard, the trash. Don't worry, the girls will empty the dishwasher later. We all do chores, just not on camera. Oh, so speaking of, does my family ever help me? Why are you the one who does all of the things? Blah, blah, blah. You know, the very common questions that I get, which totally makes sense to me. But you can see my husband's back there working from home. So he's working and my kids do chores often. I have them help me all of the time and they are very like gracious, good people. So I was talking with somebody about like the kids' gifts and like fairness. And I was like, you know, we try to be as fair as possible, but none of the kids will throw a fit over what the other kid got. They just get really excited for each other and then they share really well. Like there's a lot of fighting, of course, because they are kids and you fight with your siblings and I'm happy for it. But there's also a lot of teamwork in my household and a lot of sharing and a lot of compassion. And so I am raising my kids quite well. They do their chores. They are good people. They're just not YouTube people because they're children. And I don't want my kids to be a, a major focus of this. So I am like super into kind of like the darker side of family vlogs, where I am really interested in how the legislation is going to move forward with requirements to pay your kids and working hours and just how that's going to work, because child actors have their protections. What is it? It's not Clooney. It's like Kluge. It was one of the actors from The Little Rascals, I believe. None of this is factual. I don't know. You have to Google it and fill in the actor's name and what show that they were on if you really want this to be actually factual. But off the top of my head, facts are something like Kluge, which it's not that, and Little Rascals, but it was a child star. And when he became an adult, he realized his parents spent all of his money and mismanaged it. And that's what put these protections in place, where if you're a child actor, a lot of your income has to go into a trust fund, and there are different reporting, and there's just a lot of different things they do to protect. But they don't have that for YouTube at all. Not only that, but the manipulations that parents use on their kids on YouTube for the family vlogs are really disgusting. To be like, hey, we can go to Disney World, we can have this amazing vacation, but you are going to have to talk about like wetting the bed too much. Like, let's talk about how you accidentally wet the bed, but you're, 7 years old, and let's discuss that so we can talk about it. Or you get the stomach flu and you've been throwing up nonstop, and I take you to the ER. Let's document how scared I am taking you to the ER. Oh my God, one girl was talking about her first period was like sponsored by a period products company. They're like, yep, Kotex coming in, because guess what? My daughter had her first period. Like, the level of absolutely no protection, no privacy for really no tangible benefit. Like, how much money are they having in the books? Or is the vacation their payments? Can the parents look back and say, no, we took you to Disney World, so the content that we stole from you getting your period, like all of that revenue, that paid for the vacation. But the vacation's the content as well. Like, you're not going to go to Disneyland and not film it if you're that. And it's so gross. And to have your parents be like, you need to react bigger, better, stronger is insane. Like, there's kids who were saying we would only change our clothes in the bathroom with the lights off, with a locked door, or something would happen and the parents are like, that's not, like, you're not reacting enough. Like, you're not smiling enough or crying enough or whatever. Like, when my dog Beauty died, to get the kids together so I could film them and being like, Beauty's dying today, and then filming that content, it would be emotional and it would pull on people's heartstrings. But it's also my kids' trauma over their pet dying, And so it's really, family vlogs are so gross. And everybody clip this and like tuck it away, especially if I start going down that like toxic road and all of a sudden the money comes too much and I like spiral into that. Please put my voice of me saying this over so that everybody on the internet can unite against me and I can be the most hated YouTuber and get canceled. Because I feel like I'm not going to go down that route. Because I feel like I already have plenty. I have enough that I'm not doing YouTube for the money. I'm doing it because it's hilarious and fun. And because of you guys, I'm having a really good time doing it. And hopefully I don't get drawn down that almighty thing. Okay, so then there's hard pivot. There's another family that they have 2 autistic boys, and they like battle of like one's more autistic than the other. And they do like, hey, look at this, like, look at this autistic reaction versus this one. And I'm like, yuck, your kids are so young. Don't do that to them. Like, I could pivot into the most delicious, look, I have autistic kids content. And it's horrifying to me. And why am I going down this rabbit hole? I do not know. because it's the Christmas spirit and I want to talk about dark things all of the time. But yes, so that's what I'm trying to say, I guess, is sometimes my kids will be on my YouTube channel and sometimes I will catch them in my YouTube videos and that's fine. But I'm never going to deliberately have them be my content. That's gross. Plus, I'm too self obsessed. I want to be the star. I'm the only star. Everyone's a side character. I'm probably going to get rid of Leroy because he's pulling too much focus. And he's just a really bad, rotten dog. Have you guys seen him? Look, he's not even supervising me in the kitchen right now. Like, where's my supervisor? I don't know if I'm even supposed to be wiping off this island. Nobody's here watching me, telling me how to do it. See, this is why I'm not paying him. Leroy's not getting a trust fund whatsoever of his YouTube earnings. He can just toil on the streets when we're done. I will cast him aside. But yeah. Anyway, what else do you guys want to talk about now that I have gone on a very sideways tangent that I was not expecting? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to leave my Christmas decorations up until January 1st. I think I switch over exactly on January 1st. How long do you guys wait? I know it's bad because I'm Catholic and I'm supposed to wait until some crazy day. Like it's not always the same, but it's like 12 days later because it's the 12 days of Christmas. And then you're supposed to like be sad and, you know, subdued up until Christmas. And then it's his birthday. And then you celebrate for the 10 days after. But nobody does that anymore. Everybody likes to celebrate in the lead up to. And then right after Christmas, before the new year, is just like a wasteland of time that nobody understands. And it just doesn't count. And then New Year starts and you have to be a whole new you, new year, new you. And nobody has time to celebrate Jesus after that. Like you can't celebrate Jesus while doing so many squats. Like you can't celebrate Jesus on a diet. You want to eat to celebrate Jesus. That's why we have feast days. I bet you I offended so many religious people. It's okay. I think Jesus has a sense of humor and I think it's fine. And I'm Catholic. I am forgiven for everything all of the time because, you know, we're the ones who are right. I'm just kidding. It's Scientology. So anyways, but how long do you guys leave your stuff up for? I'm going to take it down January 1st and I will be uploading a video about it because that is what I do with my life now. I change my holiday decor and show you guys. And I'm like, ta-da, I did it again. So I had quite the piles of laundry on the ottoman. And yesterday I worked through it. I was really proud of myself, which is such a ridiculous to say as a grown adult, but I was proud of myself. And I got up, I did some dishes, and I folded and put away the laundry, but I kept taking pictures of the progress of it and sending it to my husband because Sweet Potato Pie, the kitten, loves to lay on our laundry. She just loves it so much. There's laundry on my bed right now. She's totally sleeping on it. And as I was removing and folding things, she was getting progressively more annoyed and giving me dirtier and dirtier looks. So I would update my husband with progress pictures on why my kitten was so annoyed with me. Okay. And also, nobody tell, but Leroy's getting a new Lammy for Christmas. And I believe it has a little Santa hat. And he's going to be so excited because he just murdered his medium Lammy. So we've got long Lammykins down there, the long one. And then we have big Lammy, which is about his size, which is hilarious that he fights with it. And then we had one smaller than big Lammy, but bigger than long Lammy. And he definitely ripped its back in half. And there's still little bits of fuzz everywhere in the house, but not so terrible. And so I had to throw it away and he saw me throw it away and it felt so cruel. He just saw it happen and he was just like, but why? So luckily he'll have a little friend to replace it. And we did get the other, let's see, what did we get Kesha? I don't know. I made Mark get Kesha something. I got Sweet Potato something. Calvin picked out Leroy's gift and then Sammy and Sonia picked out kitten stuff for theirs because we are a nonsense family who does nonsense things all of the time. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't be as extra as I am. I just am. But yeah, so I'm really excited for him. He's going to be super amped too. The cats won't care. But maybe Kesha will care. It depends on what she gets. So, all right, this ottoman is quite stained. And so in the new year, we need to unstain the ottoman. You can't see it, but there's several different stains. Oh my God. Okay. Everybody shut up. I'm going to tell you this story. So my stress levels have been extremely high. My anxieties, let's say not stress, my anxiety has been over the moon. Like it's been so hard lately and it's hard to pinpoint why, but I have been really, really struggling, right? And so I make dinner, I make spaghetti. It's my comfort food. I love it so much. And as I'm making the sauce and the meat, I'm like, "Oh, this isn't enough, but it'll be fine." And so I make it and I realize we barely have enough for everybody to have a portion. And so I sit down on the couch to eat and I flip my own bowl over upside down and it dumps into the couch on two different cushions. And I'm trying so hard not to cry while I am picking up the spaghetti. I feel like I told you guys the story, but it doesn't matter. I'm picking up the spaghetti and like the idea of cleaning the spaghetti is making me cry. And like I'm scooping it up. I'm so mad about it. And my husband's trying to give me his spaghetti and I'm too mad to handle his kindness. And I'm like, screw you, dude. I'll clean this. And I was like, I had to clean off this stupid couch cushion. So like I end up using Dawn dish soap to get like the greasy oiliness, the tomato out of it. But one of those couch cushions still has a little bit of pasta sauce, I realized as I was redoing the couch. Oops. But can't tell in the final result. Hey guys, look at my final result. I'm really excited about this. It was so fast. I barely sped up this video. It was basically a real time clean with me. And look, no barriers. I can walk straight into that laundry room. It's clean. It smells nice. The dog food's restocked. If you check back over here, all of the dishes fit in the sink, so they don't count, which is really exciting. Um, Everything's basically done. I hope you guys have the best Christmas, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. I love you. Bye.